Howdy, we're back once again. Hope everyone is well. We're on Sky Sports Plus today, and I want to say BBC iPlayer because I don't think we're on either BBC One or Two. We are on the BBC, but I want to say iPlayer. Not fully looked properly, but them's the options. So team lists are available up on screen. Cass have Hoy, Sim, Sini, Lewis and Innes Senior, Assey and Milnes in the backs. The forwards are Amon, Horn, Lawler, Westerman, Mellor and Singleton. The bench is Hall, Mustafa, Okoro and Atkin, and then Rob is the 18th man. For Leeds, the backs include Miller, Hall, Newman, Handley, Lum, Connor and Croft. The forwards are Jenkins, O'Connor, Aledsky, McDonnell, Gannon and Watkins. The bench is Holroyd, Lasoni, Palliser and Smith. And the Zen Monk is the 18th man. Score predictions. Let me just get my notes, mate. 1 second. Okay. Cass 12, Leeds 30. That was my prediction. Catlands versus Wigan. Oh yeah, I chose not to do that today, didn't I? Yeah. If I somehow feel like doing Wakefield versus Salford tomorrow, I might do it, but it's currently not scheduled. But if anyone's got any exact score predictions, let me know. Let me know your thoughts. Good game yesterday. Gave us a tough game. I suppose we did for a little while. Somebody messaged me on Instagram and asked my thoughts on Max Wood, and we just got into a small conversation about the game. But I think the game yesterday, all things considered, wasn't that bad, to be fair. You know, I know I constantly talk about the injuries. I know the media does. I know that all Wire fans do, but I think we rested Sneed for that game, so there's no Sneed, there's no Walker due to injury, there's no Williams due to injury. Leyland went off in the first half as well. So we had Ratch basically as the only halfback. Curry would sometimes take on that role. So, yeah. There was no Vaughan. There's obviously no Musgrove. He's now gone. So, yeah, all things considered, it wasn't that bad. I'm now more confident about the final than I was, because we had such a weak squad available for this game, and we still put in half a shift, at least. I think Joe Philbin actually was brilliant. I've said for a long time, I think Joe Philbin is one of the strongest runners in Super League. You will not find many ball runners, carriers, that sprint as hard as he does with a ball. It just doesn't really make the meters, but I think he was rewarded with some decent meters yesterday. I think Joe Philbin was fantastic. Yeah, I think the first half will be close and Leeds run away with it. Second half, I could see that, Connell. You could be right there. Could do with Handley getting a few points for my fantasy team today. I've still not checked my fantasy team, but thanks for reminding me, Stuart. Hey, Robin, everyone, how's it going? It's all right, Richard. I'm a little bit tired, but it's going all right. Thank you for asking. I hope you are well too. So I am going to check my Super League Fantasy, because I've not checked it in months. I do want it, yeah. It's definitely been months, not weeks. I'm 100% going to be last in this mini league I'm in. I can make some changes. Oh, I'm fourth. I'm fourth of 5. I am 700 points off first place. So, are there some changes I can make to my team? Probably. Let's have a look. Oh, that explains it. That explains it. yeah, I do need to make some changes to this. I'll have a look in a bit. Maybe after stream. Good result for Roosters this morning. Battered Sharks. Yeah, I saw the highlights before. I luckily had said in the video that if the Roosters win that, I wouldn't be surprised. I backed the Sharks 13 plus, but I did stress enough, I think the Roosters could actually win that one, because they just show up when you don't expect them to. They had a bunch of players missing due to state of origin, and I still knew that in the back of my head somehow the Roosters were going to do something there. I still went with the Sharks because the evidence pushed me towards the Sharks, but I don't know. Ridiculous. I'm watching it on Sky Sports Plus. So yeah, for anyone that's not sure where it is, it's on Sky Sports Plus, and I'm assuming BBC iPlayer because I can't see it on BBC One or Two, unless I'm just stupid. I might be. If it's on BBC One or Two, then I might just watch it on there. So if anyone's got any predictions, let me know your exact score predictions in the live stream chat. Also vote on the poll that's in the chat as well. So there's been 10 votes, 80% say Leeds. BBC, okay, fair enough. 32.6 says Connell to Leeds, okay. It's not far off what I've gone with. It's fairly close. God, my NRL predictions just keep getting worse and worse. How do I do it? How do I do it? So I want to say thanks to Samarito and Tracy Stoll for becoming members yesterday. That is greatly appreciated. 22.8 Elite says Richard. Fair enough. I would be surprised if Cass get the win here, but you never know. You just never know. So we're about 7 minutes out. Waders. Waders versus Warriors. Warriors versus Raiders. There we go. Nailed it first time. In the morning, second versus third. That'd be a good one. That'll be a good one. I do need the Raiders to win that one because I'm currently 1 of 4 in my NRL predictions, so I need the Raiders to win big time. Yeah, it's not going well. Of all teams, the Knights are doing me a favour this week. Of all teams. Okay. Alright then. So again, if you've got your specific score predictions, let me know. Mine was 30-12 to Leeds, Richard. 30-12. Or was it 32? $12.30 was the score. Right, we're finally getting into the broadcast. 5 minutes to go, folks. Also, if anyone has TikTok, I post videos to TikTok. Sometimes I do match reviews. I've not done them for weeks because I've not really been bothered, if I'm honest. But I post the stream highlights, so if you do have TikTok, there's a link in the description for my TikTok. I'm trying to get to 10k followers as soon as possible because I don't get paid from TikTok currently, unfortunately. So results so far this weekend, we had Lee 12, Hull FC 26, Warrington 12, Hull KR 31, Huddersfield 4, St Helens 46. Hearts 0, Caledonian Thistle 3. What a goat he was back in the day. Some of these kids just don't know who he was. I don't remember his name, but some of the older peeps in here will know exactly who I'm talking about. So, league table. If Leeds win today, they will jump up to 3rd. They'll be a point above Lee. They'll also be 2 points behind Wigan. And no, I can't go back, can I? Oh, for God's sake. Let's try that again, shall we? Okay, if Leeds win, they will go up to 3rd. And they'll be 2 points behind Wigan in 2nd, who also have a game in hand, or will have a game in hand for this one. And if Cass win, they stay where they are in 10th, but it will at least go 2 points behind Warrington. Right. Okay. Fun. Really, really fun. God, we are not doing very well this year. I'll be careful about what I say. Thank you, Richard. So they went through the team lists, so I will again as well. In the lineup for Castleford Tigers, in the backs they have Hoy, Sim, Sini, Lewis Senior, Innes Senior, Assey and Milnes. In the forwards they have Amon, Horn, Lawler, Westerman, Mellor and Singleton. On the bench is Hall, Mustafa, Okoro and Atkin. Rob is the 18th man. Not this one, a different one. For the Leeds Rhinos, in the backs they have Miller, Ryan Hall, Newman, Handley, Lum, Connor and Croft. In the front row they have Jenkins, O'Connor and Aledzki. The back row is McDonald and Gannon. And loose forward is Callum Watkins. On the bench is Holroyd, Lasone, Palacia and Smith. 18th man is the Zen Monk. So, with a few moments to go here, folks, if you have a specific score prediction, let me know in the live stream chat. Make sure you've put a vote in on the poll, because I'll end that shortly. Let me know what you're thinking about this one. And I'm going to make sure that the stream highlights video for this stream that's posted onto TikTok tonight or tomorrow is exquisite. Richard! You know what that means, folks? Every time there's a donation, somebody gets a trumpet because they've earned it. Richard with a £2 donation. Thank you very much. And Kieran has graced us with his presence. Merci beaucoup. So thank you very much, Richard. Thank you very much indeed. Ladies and gentle peeps, we're about to get underway. Cass will kick to Leeds. We're underway. Croft underneath it, hands it off to Aledzki. Potentially making the England squad this year. I think there's a good chance. I think there's a very good chance. O'Connor on the 10 hands it off to Ryan Hall, who makes a few metres on that carry. O'Connor on his short side right to... Who is that? Is that Jenkins? I think it's Jenkins. There's a few of the props that Leeds are getting mixed up. It's normally Holroyd and Jenkins because they're both big, tall, and the blonde hair looks about the same. So Connor on the 40, and don't forget with Castleford's field, the distance between the 40 and the 30 is literally a few metres, but I'll refer to them both as the 40 and 30. So there's a shorter pitch than normal. George says, come on Leeds. I think Leeds are massive favourites in this one, but we will see. So Lewis Senior, next to his brother Innes. Oh, that's Innes actually, because he's on the wing. Innes Senior on the wing, his brother Lewis just inside of him. And Cass in possession just sort of their own 20. Oh, Kieran with the £5 donation and also a trumpet. Thank you, Kieran. There are some people here just trying to give me their wages at this point. There's Kieran, there's buddy Samarito yesterday, and Paul. Paul Hulk out. There he is. There he is. He has been summoned. Well, thank you, Kieran. Thank you, Richard. It is greatly appreciated. And a kick on the last from Cass. Taken on the full by Lockie Miller behind his own 10. Takes it up to the 20 and just over it. Well, good to see all the regulars here again. George, I think, is new. But yeah, good to see the regulars. That's why they're the regulars, because they regularly show up. So Leeds on the 30 inside their own half. Riley Lum over the 40 up to halfway. 2 minutes gone. Third tackle for Leeds. In good field position here. Still plenty of tackles in this set. Shifting right with Watkins taking the carry through centre field. Up towards the 40. It's now the fourth for Leeds. O'Connor goes short side right to Croft. Switches back to Newman. He loves the switch back, he does. O'Connor. Left to Jake Connor. And no one goes for the ball, but it bounces into the hands of Tex Hoy. Did KR play last night? You should know that, Paul. Oh, Tex Hoy's not looking good. Ooh, his jaw maybe. And then Sini with the next carry. If you actually didn't see it, Paul, it was 31-12 to KR in the end. So Cass just short of their own 30, or up to their own 30 now. 3 minutes and 15 seconds gone. Fourth tackle. Westerman gives it to Amon, takes it over the 40. Now the last. Horn left to Assey, kicks from his own 40. Ryan Hall underneath it, takes it cleanly. Returns serve up to his own 20. Good day, Trent. Good to see you again. Welcome back. Newman takes it up to the 30 for Leeds Rhinos. Now with Gannon off to the NRL next year, as we've come to learn recently. Best of luck to him. Watkins in centre field. Croft hands it off to McDonald. Fins up, by the way. Interesting. Have you heard any rumours about you guys getting George Williams, by the way? I just want to inquire about that one. Ash Hanley inside Cass territory. Last tackle coming up. 4.5 minutes about to be on the clock. Jake Connor hits this one high towards the sticks. Tex Hoy underneath it. Takes it cleanly. And brought down by Newman and McDonald. How you feeling, mate? I'm doing alright. I'm a little bit tired. But I'm tired but full of energy. Whatever that feeling is. You guys probably know what I mean. Tired but energised. I hope you are doing well as well. Horn, now with a moan through centre field. And that looked like a high shot. Referee also believes so. And yeah, 5 minutes on the clock. Penalty for Cass. Yeah, that was a tough one. Tough one from Watkins. We're talking to Cherry Evans, so I'd say they're looking for a partner for Katoa. I feel like an out-and-out 7 might not be the right move for Katoa. He doesn't give me number 6 vibes. Like, I think he's a decent number 7, but he doesn't give me number 6 vibes. I think they need a serious ball runner. I know there's Herbie Farnworth, can create from nothing. I know Hamaso Tabai Fidel is the ball runner, but I don't know. Katoa feels like a good match for him. Sorry, not Katoa. Nikarima feels like a good match for Katoa. But we'll see. You never know. You never know. So 20 metres out for Cass. Asi down the left-hand side, hands it off to Mella. And that's not even Mella, that's one of the senior brothers. That's Lewis. Then a carry through the centre of the field. 6 minutes on the clock. Horn on to Amon on his right. Can't watch the game. What's the time? It is 6 minutes and 15 seconds, Alex. Horn, right of the sticks. On the right to Milnes. Dinks the ball through. Played up by a Leeds player. Recovered by Milnes. So they should get a fresh set. And they do. Cini back towards the middle with Westerman. Feel bad for Nikarima. He's been great this year. I would happily have him at Warrington. If we lost Williams, like if it was a straight swap, I wouldn't be upset about that. It's probably not going to happen because Nikarima could get a starting place somewhere in the NRL, but if that's what happened, I wouldn't mind it. So, Cass left of the sticks about 8 metres out. Horn is going to look left and go right to Amon, trying to crash over. 7 minutes on the clock. Yeah, Cass doing alright, Paul. Not too shabby. In front of the right post, plays with a Horn. Pops up to Singleton to try and crash over. Good defensive work there from Leeds, just keeping him out. 4th tackle. Horn now right at the sticks. Centre field with Asi. The left to Tex Hoy. Mella across to Innes Senior. Stopped about 8 or 9 metres out. Mella on the last tackle over on the left. Now with Asi, kicks towards the posts. Cini goes up. And it's Jake Connor that wins that battle in the in-goal area. And he's tripped up. So this could end up being a penalty. Well, this will be a penalty most likely. Is there going to be a yellow card here for Cass? Depends how intentional it was, I think. It is going to be a yellow card.
It's going to be a yellow card. I can't speak. You bottleless git, Campbell. You dickhead.
Campbell. It looked accidental to me for a second. No, 100% was not accidental. That was fully intentional. Mr. Horn, you naughty, naughty boy. What are you doing? What are you doing? And that's going to be Cass. With some decent pressure, now a man down with Horn in the bin. Come on, Cass, rub it in, says Jester. Not in those exact words, but close enough. And there's a big shot onto, I think that's McDonnell. Done a good job this year. Very silly indeed, Richard. Now with Watkins in centre field. Kind of playing like Cudjoe this year. Typical centre, back rower, transition to a loose forward. Now left to Jake Connor on the 30, up towards the 20. Wrapped up by Amon. 20 metres out, O'Connor. In centre field with Watkins. Then on his right to Jenkins. Best chance of the game for Leeds, 8.5 minutes in. Last tackle, Aledzki. Across to Jake Connor. Chucks the ball across to Hanley. He dinks the ball through. Could have worked out really nicely, but it just dribbles out of play. Out of bounds. That's probably a better description. Let's go with that one. I've talked about this plenty of times before, especially in predictions videos and, well, even power rankings videos as well, but some people will recognise this, but Cass, every once in a while, will just come out with a miraculous effort. From nowhere. They will just produce something. It happens. I would actually like them to produce it this week so they don't do it next week against Warrington. Can't find the game on Super League Plus. I think... Well, I just had to keep on scrolling, Andrew. It is also on BBC iPlayer as well, Andrew. And there's a loose ball here from Cass. So Leeds come up with possession with a fresh set, 20 metres out. No worries, Andrew. So scrum, 20 metres out for Leeds Rhinos. Only a few minutes into the sin bin. But the longer that Cass can hold out, the better. Hi, Jay. Good to see you, mate. Good to see you. You should be, I'd imagine you're buzzing after the win the other day against Lee. So the ball is fed into the scrum. It's now out the back and to the right to Miller, then to Newman. Cuts back inside again. Kieran, if Cass win today, won't they be 2 points behind White? Yes, they will. And if next week White play a reserve side, it could be... Yes. Yes, Kieran, it could be disastrous. I prefer to say instead of tasty. Proper buzzing. Well, that's good. Hull have been a solid team this year. I did think Lee would get it done. When I saw the team lists, I did start to favour Hull FC, but I'd already predicted Lee to win, so, you know. Them's the breaks. So, Leeds, a metre out, in between the sticks, O'Connor, left to Jake Connor, pops it up to Gannon, spins, and the ball is loose. He loses it, 11 minutes on the clock. This is just going to favour Cass even more, because they will feed off the back of this. The more mistakes that Leeds make, the more they keep Leeds out. Cass will take energy from this, being a man down with Horn in the bin. So Cass will have a scrum on their own 10. For some reason I can't become a member. There's no join button. Oh. Interesting. I'm not sure then. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm not sure, mate. So, slight break for Singleton down the left edge. I would say my only guesses would be, or my only main guess would be, because I don't know how old you are, mate, if you have an account that's not like, or that is seen as a kid's account, it might say that you're not allowed to. Because it is financial, so it's making a financial decision to pay for a membership. So maybe if you're not of a certain age. Oh. Well, that's me told. I'm not sure. I don't know. I mean, I'll figure that out. I'll try to. And you will as well? Okay. I'm sure we'll get to the bottom of it. So there was a kick on the full from Cass. I think it was from Assey. His kicking game has not been particularly great this year, but Leeds have possession on halfway with a fresh set, a minty fresh set, with 13 minutes on the clock. 40 metres out for Leeds is with Watkins in centre field. Out the back left to Connor. Hanley on his left, he uses him, but Seaney wraps him up just short of the 10. So about 11 metres out for Leeds. Lum back towards the middle with Gannon, then to Connor. Then to Jenkins, bumps off a moan, spins, and is brought down 9 metres out. 13.5 minutes on the clock. Fourth tackle, left of the sticks, O'Connor. Right to Croft. Then to Miller. Across to Newman. Kicks the ball through for Hall. He's chasing, recovered by Tex Hoy. Bit of room to run up to the 10. And Cass. Deal with that one. Make a few metres on the next carry with Senior. Which one? It's Innes. Lewis Senior then takes it up to the 20. Next carry up to the 30. From Sim, Hoy is going to scoot from dummy half over the 40. And a few metres shy of halfway, with the last tackle coming up for Cass. Westerman, now to Milnes. With a kick towards the back left, Reinhold underneath it, takes it cleanly in front of the try line. And he carries it up to his own 20. Wrapped up by 3 defenders. Brodie Croft in waiting. 14.5 minutes on the clock. Hands it off to Newman. Up to the 30. 4 defenders in that tackle. O'Connor. It's a yawn. Sorry, folks. On the 40. Miller across to Connor. Over halfway. 15 minutes on the clock. Hanley. A dummy half. In centre field with Watkins. 4th tackle. Right to Croft. He's going to step. Takes it over the 40. Up towards the 30. O'Connor on the last. Over on the right. Goes short side right to Lockie Miller. He kicks the ball high. Texoy underneath this one. Under a bit of pressure. Just drops with the ball. On his own 10. So Cass could get pinned back here. Now with Lewis Senior. Takes it over the 10. And Miller down the left-hand side over the 20. Strong runs here from Cass. Decent defensive work from Leeds, though, not to let them get out their own end too easily. Amon with the next one up to the 30. Now the last 16 minutes on the clock. Short side left to Dejan Assi. Eats up a few metres and kicks long towards the post. He's going to dribble a little bit. Stopped by the foot of Riley Lum. And he'll return this back up to the 20. Do you have your tickets for the final in 2 weeks? Unfortunately, Richard, I am not going to be going to the final. It would have cost me 160 quid. And I've just decided to stream it instead. I would have liked to have gone. But, yeah, it saves me 160 quid. And I get to stream it. So, I've decided to do that instead. I went last year. Miller with a break. Didn't have anyone available until he was brought down. Hanley, left of the sticks. Centre field with Jake Connor. Across to Croft. And it's knocked on by Newman. Then a double knock on from Cass. So another chance gone begging for the Leeds Rhinos. And I'd imagine that Liam Horn is coming back on soon. Surely. Any tips for Wembley visit? First timer? Oof. If you need to wear glasses, don't forget your glasses, because if you're up in the heavens, it won't do any good for your eyes. Pubs nearby, I honestly don't know, because I've never really had the chance to like settle and go to pubs. There was one time I'll tell you about when there's a decent break that got right on my nerves. Cass in possession on their own 20, and also if you can wear comfortable shoes that you can walk in, wear those. Because if you're getting off at Wembley Park station, walking up there and then the walk up to is a bit killer on the calves. So wear something comfortable. And a penalty for Cass. And make sure you get there early as well. Not too early, obviously. You don't want to force it, but make sure you give yourself time. Because I did not last time. So penalty for Cass. Kicking to touch. Hello, Alexa. Good to see you again. Got more regulars coming back. We love to see it. What I really appreciate, by the way, guys, just before I get back into commentary, is that there's normally a good average of about 30 people that show up every stream. It's not like up and down. I mean, sometimes for NRL it's a bit inconsistent, but the fact that people stop by regularly is really cool. So thank you for that. And there is a knock-on from Horn, who is now back on the field. Just send him back off. So, a mistake from Cass in great territory. Still 0-0. Back to 13 on 13. Going by coach, so we get there when we do. Hopefully there's time for the... hopefully they're in time for the C Cup. Oh, you going... Oh, Featherstone fan. That's after the... Oh, yes. Okay. I was thinking, hang on a minute, you're not going for the Challenge Cup? Fair fans. I remember. Probably would watch the game, but I'm watching Championship Playoff Final. Well, that might be more exciting than this one, because this is 0-0 after 20 minutes. Who's playing in the... Who's playing in that? Or is that a... Championship Playoff Final? Championship Playoff Final. You're going to have to explain that one to me because I'm a little bit confused as why it's a playoff final. 1895. Okay. Oh, it's foot. Oh, okay. Right, okay. That makes a lot of sense. So there was a drilled ball towards Castleford's in-goal area. Texoy took it over the dead ball line. So there's going to be a dropout from Cass. It's a long dropout from Texoy. Takes it all the way back to the 40. Over halfway up to enemy territory 40 and up to the 30 with Aledzki. Cooper Jenkins up to the 20. Great chance for Leeds here. Centre field with Connor. Then to Watkins. Miller. Handley. Trying to get around Seany. Flicks the ball on and it's knocked on. Jesus Christ. Can we just put anything on the board, please? Just anything. Big Ange. What a guy. Hastings to Cass. Okay, interesting one. Right. Cass in possession just in front of their own 10. Hull need to sign a new back rower. I think they're doing alright with the centres. Hardacre and Chamberlain, I think, are fitting quite nicely there. Sounds like it was a few weeks ago with the knock-ons. Some teams have had some shockers, and some games have been awful with the amount of knock-ons, but this one is a bit of a dodgy one. Seany with a bit of room to run up to his own 40. Bentley back from injury or something. He's been looking good this year. Yeah, the Zen Monk he's done alright this year. But I think McDonnell and Gannon, I think they've earned their places in the back row. But Bentley, I think, would have been fine from the bench. Interesting choice. But that's a strong bench, though. Holroyd, Lasoni, Palacier and Smith, that's a strong bench. So there's a high ball here. Miller collects it. Hall up to the 20. Inside his own half. 23.5 minutes on the clock. O'Connor. Now with Palacier. Over the 30. O'Connor. Left to McDonnell. Up to halfway. Fourth tackle coming up for Leeds. In centre field with O'Connor. On his left to Miller. fakes to his right, steps left, then comes back towards the middle on his right, and is stopped about 30-odd metres out from the try line. 24 minutes on the clock. Last tackle, left to Connor. Hits this one high. And well taken from Sim. Almost gets a line break, but is stopped on the 20 by Croft. Hoy up to the 30. If I was a back row, I wouldn't go to FC. Seems to be cursed. Yeah. A few too many injuries there. If you're a half-back, I wouldn't go to Warrington. There's only one left. Actually, if you play anywhere in the spine. Unfortunately, Richard, he doesn't have one. I don't know why, but he doesn't. Others have got it. I just Googled it a second ago, and it said that the channel doesn't have it switched on, but I do. So I don't know what the deal is there. Anyway, Miller across to Lum. 25 minutes on the clock. Leeds just in front of their own 10. Yeah, actually, Jay, are you looking in the right place? Like, it's just below where the title is of the stream. Like, just below where the title is. Next to, if you're watching on PC, for example, the title, channel, and then it should say join just next to where the channel is. We'll sort it out. We'll get it sorted. 25.5 minutes gone. Leeds inside Cass territory. Miller on the left, now right to Croft. He's going to step back towards the middle. Got Miller in support, but he's stopped on the 40. Last tackle for Leeds. Can we get some points, please? Twould be nice. There's a high ball for Tex Hoy to deal with. Takes it on the full. Stopped just in front of his own 10. It's not bad, bit back and forth. Quality could be a bit better. And there's a penalty against the Rhinos. Cass can work the ball out their own end. So there's an offload after the tap from the penalty. The referee's saying a knock on against Leeds. So Senior had possession. Offloads, okay, yeah. Knock on from Leeds. Fair enough. So a scrum for Cass, just over the 40, out the back of the scrum and left to Lewis Senior. Going to play this on the 40. Stopped on the 30. Horn, 27.5 minutes on the clock. On his right to Milnes, then to Lawler, up to the 20. Plays it in centre field for Liam. It is, yeah, I had to think for a second. It is Liam Horn. Is it Liam? Is it Liam Horn? Is that his first name? I feel like it's Liam Horn, but... Okay, it is. Oof, thank God for that. So professional. Cass in possession on the last tackle, 28 minutes on the clock. Milnes dinks the ball towards the back right corner. Lum goes up, takes it cleanly, and he's stopped on the 10. He's done a great job this year. Who do you think he'll end up with the Perth job? I think it would... I think it's going to be Brad Arthur. I think he wants it more than Burgess. I think Burgess could probably... I think if we don't have a good year... By the end of the year, it's not a good year for Warrington. I think Burgess would want another year to at least try and correct it. Whereas Arthur, I think he wants to be back over there with his family. He wants to leave Leeds in a better state than when he found it, which he has definitely done. But Burgess, I think, would want to correct this year and would maybe stay another year. Plus, I don't really like the options for head coaches available at the moment. I wouldn't mind McNamara, but after this year, I don't really want McNamara, if I'm honest. But if we got him, I think there's potential for excitement. Well, Cass in possession on their own 20. 29.5 minutes on the clock. Still betting this guy. Thank you, Kieran. Thank you very much. They've not called me yet. They don't want me to do anything. Just chuck me on a Sky Sports Plus game. Just chuck me on Huddersfield vs Salford when no one's watching on Sky Sports Plus. I'll do that one. Me and John Wells just shooting the shit. Why not? Why not, eh? Croft at dummy half. Leeds in possession. Lasone with a strong carry up to the 30 and still moving. What a guy. Me and John Wilkin. YouTube comments, oh God, he does chat shit, doesn't he? And then the response is, which one? Mal and Kevin Walters also had interviews, I think, but I think Arthur. Oh yeah, Walter, I forgot about him. He looks like he's enjoying the commentary stuff, the analysis desk job. I'm not sure about Mal. Maybe. Why those utter... Yeah. God, me and John Wilkin just shooting the breeze on Sky Sports Plus. Salford vs Huddersfield. Just give us that gig. RLTV. Hello. I feel like it's the first time you've commented here. I'm not entirely sure. But if it is, welcome. Welcome to the channel. So there's a HIA for Amon. It is. I'm not too bad, thanks. I'm not too bad. A little bit tired still. I'm getting there. But I'm doing alright. I hope you're doing well. Thanks for joining. Get Rob on the Vegas game. Come on. Get me in there. Just somebody. Just, if there's anyone from Sky Sports or the BBC watching, please get me on a broadcast. Just once. Please. Thanks. Back to the game, because I'm really professional. 30 minutes gone in this game. O'Connor waits at dummy half. Lasone with a carry through the middle and half a break there. Had support from a teammate. Looking for a quick play of the ball. There's a 6 again for Leeds. Croft down the short side right. Switches back to Newman. Takes it up to the 20. The ball comes loose. That was a strip there from... Hey, cheeky bugger. Hey. I see ya. Good call for Vegas game. Indeed. My uncle coached KR and signed him at the beginning of John Wilkins' career. They're still in touch today. Very nice. Very nice. I'll be doing well if Leeds can win today. Well, I was kind of expecting Leeds to be in the lead at this point. Let all the fans do it instead. Oof. There's a break here for Lasone, and I'm going to have to redo this one, but you get to see the behind-the-scenes action. There's a try for Leeds. So, what we do on this channel is, when I'm reading the chat and I miss a try, I watch the replay and commentate over that, and then I use that for the stream highlights video on TikTok. So you're about to see the behind-the-scenes action. We're rolling. Action. In centre field with O'Connor, right to Jake Connor. Pops it up to Lasone. Great line from Lasone, and he's going to walk in. Finally, for the first try of the game. Just loads of space. You're not stopping him from there. And scene. So, yes. That's going to be 4-0 for Leeds. See, you only get this if you show up. You only get it if you show up. So if you watch the stream highlights on TikTok, only, you'd never know that I'm just bullshitting sometimes. You'd never know. 4-0 for Leeds. Absolute cinema indeed. Uncensored content, exactly. I feel like my biggest problem, if I did ever get the chance to commentate, is I'd want to swear, like, not massively, just like say, oh, that was a bit of shit, wasn't it? The kick from Jake Connor it's good. It's going to be 6-0 for Leeds. Need Catalan to win tonight. I would be very surprised if that happens. But is Joel Tompkins going to get a tune out of Catalans this week? We'll see. So finally, neither team are on a goose egg. Or finally, one of the two teams is not on a goose egg. They would never let you do a Y game. Probably not. Probably not. If they did, it'd be cool, but they won't, which is fine. Palacia with a carry over the 20 and just short of the 30. Would be nice for Cats to win. We've got Wigan to win. Yeah, same. I just can't see Catalans winning. I can't see it. But again, you never know. You never know. Leeds up to their own 40 with the fourth tackle coming up. Right to Croft. Then on the left to Miller, trying to shrug off one. Can he get an offload? No, he's brought down on the 40 again. O'Connor on the last, out the back to Jake Connor. Hits this one long towards the posts. Hoy takes on the full. Probably could have let that bounce over the dead ball line, I think. But we've got just under 6 minutes to go in the first half. Cass in possession, just over their own 10. Milnes wants a quick play the ball from Tex Hoy. It's now with Sim up to the 20. Milnes. Then Tassini over the 20. With 5.5 minutes to go, Milnes will give this ball off to Tex Hoy, who takes a carry through the middle, with the fourth tackle coming up now for Cass. Liam Horn in centre field. Right to Westerman, up towards the halfway line. Horn once again at dummy half. 5 minutes to go, last tackle, now with Rowan Milnes. Hits the belly of the ball, plenty of height on this one. Swirling ball, bounced backwards by, or dropped backwards by Miller, recovered by Ryan Hall. Under a bit of pressure there, takes it over the 10. I don't know why more players don't copy Matt Burton. Like, some do, but I don't know why more don't. Baffles the brain, that one does. Leeds on their own 20. Now with Ash Hanley up to his own 30. I'm going to slightly runny nose here. This is not good. And Ash Hanley's still moving. Inside Cass territory. Breaks off plenty of tacklers. With Miller. Hands it off to Lasone. Skips past one. He can move, can't he, Lasone? Fourth tackle, left to Miller. Looks at the line. Gets off to Hanley, now with O'Connor. Oh, sorry, Jake Connor. Dinks the ball over to the right. Now with Newman, offloads to Palacia. Chucks it across to McDonald. Tries to slap the ball backwards, but it ends up in the hands of Hall. Chucks it over the top to McDonald. Kicks it into the face of Assey, and it goes into touch. I think this is going to be a Cass ball. Bit of hot potato from Leeds. So how Ash Hanley got away with that, I do not know. The Cass were expecting a held call. Richard! With a £1 donation. What a guy. You know what that means again, folks. Hey! Thank you very much, Richard. Thank you very much indeed. 3 minutes to go in the first half. And Cass in possession up to their own 30. I do feel like Cass have just about looked good enough that they could pull something off. And there's a kick towards the back right, and then it goes into touch. Don't have that sound effect yet, so I have to do that myself. So, I like the intent from Cass. I like the intent. Didn't work out. But it's always nice to see something a bit different. Now with, I think that's Holroyd. Plays it for O'Connor. Palacia through centre field, over halfway. Just shy of the 40. 2 minutes to go. Maybe a drop goal for Leeds. Make this a 2-try game. I think that would be a smart move. I think I'd settle for the 1, personally. It's now with Croft in centre field, left to Connor. Out the back to Miller, bit of room to run down the left. Can't quite flick the ball off, but shrugs off 2 defenders. Handley over on the left-hand side of the field, comes back towards the middle. Now with Connor, then to Holroyd. Over the 10. God, he looks massive. About 6 metres out, last tackle. Surely go for 1 here. Jake Connor, he does go for 1. And that's going to be 7 points for Leeds. That is the smart move. I called it. Sometimes I do know what I'm talking about. Sometimes. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, I just thought there's one moment this year that baffles the brain why somebody didn't go for the 1-pointer. Do you remember Wigan versus Lee in the opening round of the season? Wigan had possession with like 2 minutes to go, 10 metres out. Harry Smith has the ball and they attack the short side and they attack the left-hand side. It's the 4th tackle and Harry Smith runs it in. Or somebody runs it in and then, yeah, Smith kicks across field. They could have easily set up for 1. Easily. And for some reason, they didn't. 4th tackle, less than 2 minutes to go, and they kick the ball to like across field. What are you doing? What are you doing? But what I will say is, Leeds have knocked on. So there's a scrum for Cass, about 15 metres out. The ball is fed into the scrum. It's out the back and right to Milnes. Then to Cini, trying to get around the outside of Hanley. 5 metres out. Great chance for Cass here. Come on, Cass. Rub it in. Milnes, sorry. Wrong player, completely. Assey. Wrong player again. It's with Miller. Sean Long with a tackle. Kieran Cunningham. Paul Wellens. No, it's Tex Hoy. Dinks the ball through, recovered by Leeds, and that's going to be half-time. Do you know what, Sky? Just leave it. I can't do it. I can't do it. Right then. 7-0 advantage at half-time for Leeds Rhinos. Not been the most exciting game, but it's been alright. At least it's somewhat competitive. Rob Wilkin. Go on. The hybrid. Rob Wilkin. I'd say Leeds have just about been the better side as well. They do deserve to be winning, but Cass need to make something happen in possession. Oh yes, question. I'm considering mixing up how I do stuff in terms of like the videos that I make. So I don't know if some people here just stop by for the live streams or if they watch the videos as well. But normally every week I'll do a Super League Power Rankings video, Super League predictions, and NRL predictions. What I'm thinking is either for sometime this year or possibly next year is on a Monday, either just on a Monday or Monday and Tuesday, just doing 2 live streams. So on the Monday, I will do the Power Rankings on stream and the predictions on stream. And then like other match review stuff, we'll talk about topics. So it's like it's on a single stream, and then I'll clip those sections and turn them into videos. And then the same with NRL the next day is the predictions, maybe Power Rankings on stream. Any thoughts on that one? So there'd be live streams on the Monday and Tuesday, normal chats about stuff, but I'll get into Power Rankings and predictions on the actual stream, and I'll just post them as videos separately, or just keep the videos as they are. I'm not really sure which one to do. I'm not sure. I do want to live stream more. I've been thinking like a random Wednesday. Just Wednesday, start just doing like an hour stream. We'll just chat about latest news. Something like that. Maybe. Maybe. Sounds good. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe. So yeah, 7-0 at half-time to Leeds. Score sounds about right, says Richard. I would agree. Jay, are you still here? This might, I mean, there's a potential idea why this doesn't work, but, I like the vids as they are, but you do you, mate. Could be weekly Wednesday for live chat. Yeah, could be. So, like, just keep the videos as normal, but we just do an extra live stream in there. Yeah, could be. I am going to be making a video soon on what I would like to happen if the NRL does buy Super League, or what I would like the future structure to be, based on at least what's rumoured, along with what I think would actually improve the game, based on my current knowledge. You're happy either way, whatever suits you best, mate. I think doing the videos as I currently do, I think is easier, because then for like Monday and Tuesday, I have to be done at a certain time. Like with the videos, I could make it on a Monday morning, or it could be middle of the day, it could be late at night. Whereas I think if I'm live streaming, like I have to be on it every single time, and I think that might just, I'm already feeling a bit burnt out as it is, but I think that would make it worse actually. So maybe a Wednesday weekly. Weekly Wednesday. Kieran's nailed it. That might just be easier. I think, yeah, that's probably easier. Is there anyone that is on iOS that joined through an iOS device? I'm trying to find out why this membership isn't working. Do you know what? Do you know who will know? ChatGPT will know. I'm sure he will. Because Google ain't telling me. I will find out for Jay. Let's see what ChatGPT says. Okay, if a viewer can't see the join button on your YouTube channel, there are several potential reasons. So, number one is geographical restrictions. Nailed it first time. So, not available in their country. I don't think that's the case because Jay's from Hull, which is not in Ethiopia. Account eligibility, underage account. If the viewer's Google account indicates they're under 18, they won't see the join button. Okay, that might be one. Supervised accounts. Viewers with supervised or restricted accounts, in brackets, family link, won't see memberships or join options. Platform limitations, TVs or game consoles, the join button is not visible on smart TVs or game console apps. Works best on desktop, nailed it first time again, Jesus Christ. Mobile browser or YouTube mobile app. Channel settings, membership not visible. Well, that's not true. Age restricted or made for kids. Channel sets are made for kids. It's not. Viewing from a video that's age restricted, not the case. Browser or app issues. Ad blocker or browser extension, maybe. Some extensions can hide UI elements. Don't think that's the case. Outdated app or browser, maybe. Signed out or wrong account. Can't imagine that would be the case. Where to send them? Oh, there's a link option. Okay. It's the same since you joined, so unsure. Hate both teams, draw for me. You never know, Callum. It could happen. Who knows? Cats need to score first. Yeah, I also agree. I also agree. Apparently there's a link that you can just click to take you to memberships, but that ain't working. So I don't know. It will make a game of it. It certainly will do. I'm going to drop a few ads in there, because why not? Let's try this one. I will put this link in the chat. Maybe that works. Maybe it does. So Jay, if you're still here, that link might be better. If anyone wants to become a member, yeah, I'd try that link, Jay. See if that works. So far, we've had a sin bin from Liam Horn in the 8th minute. We had a Lasoni with a try in the 32nd minute. A conversion from Connor and a drop goal from Jake Connor as well. Does anyone have any thoughts on Jake Connor leading the Man of Steel race? Does anyone think that that's undeserved? And if it is, where would you put him currently? If Jake Connor doesn't deserve Man of Steel as of right now, who do you think does? And where is Jake Connor? There are my questions. Has to be Super Kaius Fartilli. In the last few weeks only, Whitby. Interesting. I will be streaming State of Origin next week, by the way. I need to make some predictions videos soon. It works. I'll have to do it when I get home, and I have to go anyway. Cheers, Rob. Is it the 9? It's either one. It's just so people know, and just so you know, Jay, there is no obligation to become a member because it's a financial transaction. This content is completely free, so nobody needs to pay. It's only if people want to. You become a member either way, whether you do the 99p or the $4.99. You're a member either way. So you do what you want to do, but there is no obligation to pay, or anybody to pay for that matter. Content here is free. So you do whatever you want to do. If that includes deciding not to do it, that's fine, because content is free. Just by people watching ads, I know some people have ad blockers and that's fine, but just by people watching ads, you know, that's earns me money on YouTube. So yeah, you do what you want to do. I knew we signed a 3-year deal, huge for us. Oh yeah, was that announced today or yesterday that Fartilli extended? Usually got rid of our assets, different trend now. Although that try bombed yesterday was a shocker. Excited for Wednesday time's kickoff. I want to say 11:05. I'm not that excited yet, if I'm honest, but I think I will be. Yeah, 11:05 a.m. for those in the UK is a State of Origin. Played at Suncorp. Oh, Game 2's in Perth, actually. That's going to be decent. Optus Stadium. I'm going to look at the capacity for that. 65,000. That's one hell of a bowl. Look at the Optus Stadium, Perth. That's a bowl if I've ever seen one. That looks like it'd be more than 65,000 as well. Well, that looks insane. Well, I think it'll be a good sign for the Perth Bears going forwards if they can fill that one out. Okay, we're going to get back underway for the second half. Leeds will kick to Cass. We are underway. 7-0 advantage for the Leeds Rhinos. Cass in possession with Singleton. Stopped just short of his own 10. Are you hoping Burgess goes to the Bears early? Only if there's a suitable replacement. If there is no suitable replacement of a decent standard, then I'd rather just keep him for another year. I wouldn't mind if there is a break for Cass. I will stop yapping for a second. Chance here for Senior. God, he can move. He's barreling. Cass respond. Well, Paul did say they needed to be first try scorers. And they are. Sometimes, Rob, just shut up and watch the game. Well, there we go. So first carry from Miller is quality. Senior is barreling down the left-hand side. Running like the cop chasing after Flintlock Wood. But it works. God, he looks terrifying there. There we go, 7-4 with a kick to come. Yeah, it doesn't matter in the end, but Wellesby still looks mad at him after he scored. I need to watch some of the highlights back as well. Bears will play at HBF Park. It's a smaller rectangular stadium. HBF Park, Perth. 20,000 capacity is decent though. Yeah, stadium looks fine. Looks a bit like the Warriors Stadium. Is it the Warriors Stadium? Might be. I think it's the Warriors Stadium I'm thinking of. Looks a bit like theirs. But yeah, I just think if they can fill out the Origin game in Perth, which I'd imagine they would, but it's at least a good sign that Rugby League is, is ready to thrive over there, and it's a good curtain raiser for what's to come in Perth. And the kick from Milnes is... It's good. It is Gucci. 7-6. What he ruddy knows. Not good. Don't worry, Sky, I'll bring a tissue. You can trust me. So Cass in possession on their own 10. We've had nearly 3 minutes gone in this second half and Cass have answered back. So Senior will play the ball for Horn, who then hands it off to... somebody. I don't know who that is. I actually don't have a clue who that is. Is it Hall, maybe? I actually don't have a clue who that is. It must be. Must be Hall. Anyway, Mustafa carries the ball over the 40 for Cass inside their own territory. Left to Assey. He kicks on the last from his own 40. Plenty of height on this one. Miller underneath it takes it cleanly on his own 10. Up to the 20. And just over it. Jake Connor in waiting. Now with Hall. O'Connor on the 30. Now with McDonald. Over the 40. We've had 4 minutes gone in the second half. Palacia left to Connor. He's going to step back, straighten up. Stopped on Casford's 40. Fourth tackle. In centre field with Palacia. He's going to take a carry himself, just shy of the 20. Last tackle for Leeds. O'Connor, right to Croft. Hits his one high towards the back right. Senior has plenty of time to take it cleanly, and he does. Wrapped up by Newman, meters out from his own try line. And okay, I thought it was a penalty then, but it's not. It's just stopping play to play the ball again. And then Lewis Senior with a carry. Up to the 10. Assey. Now with Texoy, takes the carry through centre field over the 20. We've had 5 minutes gone in the second half. Mustafa, Milnes, hands it off to Westerman down the right edge up to his own 40. Now the last tackle for Cass. Out the back to Milnes. Hits the belly of the ball. Plenty of distance on this one, but taken on the full by Miller. Over the 20, up to the 30 already. And the 40. Shrugs off one. Miller now up to halfway. Still shifting. Great return there from Lockie Miller. Riley Lum over the 40 up to the 30. Third tackle for Leeds. O'Connor on his right to Palacia. He looks to his left but just straightens up and takes a carry. 20 metres out. O'Connor in centre field. Left to Jake Connor. Engaged the line. Switches back to Gannon. Brodie Croft in support. He's dragged down. Could have been a high shot, but I think he's just about made that one work. Left to Jake Connor. Engaged the line. Gets an offload for Gannon. Back to Croft. Kicks towards a post. It's now across. Just knocked on by McDonald. Newman wants this one to be checked because he's claiming it's gone backwards. I think that one's gone straight down, but Rush will send it up to the video ref as no try. I also assume it's a knock on Richard. So there's the kick across. McDonald puts a hand up. Surely that's forward, right? Yeah. Yeah, it's a knock on. We can barely hear the video ref. I can hear him, but it's barely. So it's going to be no try, which I think we all kind of knew. Wait. I was going to say that sounded like Liam Rush doing it. Was Liam Rush just watching the screen back and doing it himself? Interesting. Okay, well that's new. So Cats play the ball on their own 10. Innes Senior making a few metres on that carry. If you're Castleford, the next time you get to the other end, do you go for the try or do you just try and equalise? Question for you folks then. If you are Cass and you get to the other end, would you go for the one or would you try and take the lead? What would you do? So Cass in possession, just short of their own 30. Singleton's going to play the ball for Liam Horn. Hands it off to Hall. Now up to the 40. 7 minutes gone in the second half. You'd go for the try, says Paul. Now with Assey, kicks on the last. Miller takes it on the full, over the 20. Looking to the left, hands it off to Lum. Up to the 30. Handley over the 30. O'Connor. Now with Lasoni. Over halfway. O'Connor. Then Lasoni. I swear that was Lasoni. Looked exactly like him. My eyes are going. The ball has come loose but backwards, says the referee. O'Connor across to Handley. Oh, it's Jake Connor. I cannot commentate today. I'm shit in the bed. Now with Connor. Kicks the ball towards the sticks. We have a contest. Assey wins the contest. But he's brought down inches in front of his own try line. So a lot of work for Cass to do. Hell of a lot of work. Hoy's going to scoop from dummy half. So takes him away from the try line a little bit. Then with Lewis Senior takes him over the 10. Takes Hoy. Now with Innes Senior. Probably go for the one, says Richard. So on the last, they kick from their own 20, which is not a good sign. Fitness going to win this one? I'd imagine so. So Leeds on their own 40. Lum making a few metres there. Hall wraps him up by the neck. And Hall is going to play this inside Cass territory. Now with Smith. Cameron Smith is on. Palacia, Croft, drills the ball through towards the back right. Innes Senior is there. Doesn't wrap the ball up. Oh, dear. What can you say, really? What can you say? Cass were doing so well. They were doing so well. Working on in this second half, just a tiny mistake. It's a nicely weighted kick from Croft, though. That's going to be 11-6. With a kick to come. This kick is massive, actually. This is a huge kick. Speaking of that, Chris, it's large. A try is a try. Kick to come from Leeds Rhinos. Hopefully, Mr. Senior keeps his head up after that one. Don't lose your mind. Mistakes happen all the time. Sorry, we don't make mistakes, we just have happy accidents. You'll be fine in this. You'll be fine. The kick to come from Jake Connor. To make it a 7-point game once again. The kick from Jake Connor is swinging wide, and it's going to be 11-6. This could get juicy. This could get very juicy. And we're back underway. Cass will kick towards the back right for Leeds. Taken on the full by Lum, just in front of his own try line. Hands it off to Palacia. And he makes a few decent meters there on that carry. 52 minutes on the clock. Sam! Thank you, Sam. Everyone gets a trumpet here, so you get a trumpet as well, Sam. Sam's a mate of mine, by the way, folks. Love you, Sam. Thanks very much. Why, Sam? Why? Why? I'll get you a pint next time we go to the pub, whenever the hell that's going to be, but it's on me. Thanks, Sam. I better not get a message in a sec saying I want it back. What are you doing, Sam? What are you doing? Leeds are in possession, a metre out. Left of the sticks, O'Connor. Left to Croft, then Jake Connor. Pops up to Gannon. 5 metres out. O'Connor over on the left, 4th tackle. Smith across to Holroyd. Now 6 metres out between the sticks, last tackle for Leeds. Right to Croft. Dinks the ball through, pops up for Miller, then across the hall. Crashes over. That might be it now for Leeds. That might be it. I don't know if Cass have enough to bring this back. A little bit of a lucky moment, but sometimes you make your own luck. 15-6 with a kick to come. Love you too. Thanks. Thanks, Sam. Thanks very much. The trumpet is for all the splendid folks that become members or donate. So, there you go. Your first trumpet. Bloody hell. Bloody hell. We have 55 minutes on the clock. Kick to come from Jake Connor. 1 of 2 today. First one was easy enough. Second one from roughly the same position. The kick from Jake Connor, Man of Steel leader, is... Oh, he's only gone and done it this time. He's corrected his previous mistake. It's 17-6 to Leeds. Bloody hell. How does one become a member, or am I being silly? Normally, there should be a join button. I don't know if it shows up on a phone, assuming you're on your phone, Sam, but there's normally a join button near to where the channel icon is and the title, or there's the link that's pinned in the live stream chat is for the membership. Leeds back in possession over their own 20. Just to be clear for everyone, I don't ask my mates to give me money, by the way. Sam just likes to chuck it around a bit because he's nice like that. Sam will randomly pay for someone's meal. They just once randomly just bought me a takeaway. Just sent it to me. He's good folk, is Sam. He's good folk. You don't have to, Sam. You don't have to. You've done enough. You've done enough. Just give me a few laps later on F1. That's enough. So, on the 20... Cass in possession, 57 minutes and 15 seconds on the clock. Seaney with the next carry. Atkin is also on for Cass. And that's a Coro. Is he still contracted to Warrington, or... Does anyone know if Okoro is still on loan from Warrington, or if Cass now, got him? Is he officially a Cass player? Fully? Because I'd have him back at Warrington. I feel like we would have recalled him by now if he was a Warrington player. So Miller in possession on the 20. I'm just going to have a quick look. Props. Okay, Okoro is still on the website, but I don't know if he's actually part of the squad or not. So Leeds in possession just over the 20 at the moment. O'Connor waits in centre field at dummy half. Then Ryan Hall takes it over the 30. Plenty of strong carries so far this season. McDonald with a strong run up to halfway. Jake Connor down the left-hand side, now with Miller, then Handley. Wrapped up by two defenders on the 40. Steps here from Miller. Chip towards the back left. Could have been a dodgy one. Could have been. Oh, Warren and Wolves posted something. We're creating a giant crowd surfing flag for when Wire walk out at Wembley, and I want you fans to help design it. Send a JPEG image of your design idea with your name and date of birth to... Oh, okay. I'll be designing something very soon. I think I'll be getting up Photoshop soon. Okay. All right. 59.5 minutes on the clock. Cass in possession at halfway. Atkin. Now with Milnes. Out the back to Hoy. Pops up to Mellor. Looks for an offload. Stops on the 40. Atkin. Mustafa. Through centre field. About 25, 26 metres out. Plays it for Atkin. Left to Assey. Hits this one high. Decent chase, but Hall's underneath it. Brought down just in front of the try line. Great chance for Cass to pin them back. This has got to be disciplined. This has got to be strong defensively. But Miller is stopped on his own 10. Newman. Brought down on the 20. O'Connor. Then up to the 30. But there's going to be a penalty against the Tigers. Atkin is not happy at all. Not happy. Barbed wire choking a robin. Jesus. In centre field with Croft. Then across to Connor. Now with Miller. Room to run. Got support on the inside. Oh, what a tackle. What a tackle from Milnes. Plays it a metre out left of the sticks. Centre field with Jake Connor. Wayward pass. Go on, lad. Go on, lad. His eyes have lightened up. Lit up. One of those. Bloody hell. He looks menacing. Menacing when he's barreling forwards. Of course we're going to check this one. Try given for the video ref to check. I did think a Cass player touched it. Like, that was my brain saw it, but then didn't even think to say that. So unfortunately, Rush actually needs to look at the video ref. Right, this will be no try. Rush is doing the on-field duties and the video referee. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Why was that a penalty? I'm not sure. Are people behind here? I'm not sure if my live stream chat's slow. You're really far behind. I don't know. The stream feels like it's a bit behind. I don't like on YouTube. I'm looking at it. Seems close for me, but I don't know if a bunch of you guys are behind as well. So there's a scrum for Leeds on the 10, left to Croft. They just pop it up to Gannon, I think that is. About 7 or 8 metres out. Left of the sticks, O'Connor. On his right to Palacia. Stopped a few metres short. O'Connor, centre field with Miller. Switches back to Watkins. It'd probably be easier on BBC iPlayer, Alex. Right to Miller. Croft dinks the ball through. Recovered by Miller. Is he accidentally offside? No, says the ref. Plays it on the 10 for RC. Now with Tex Hoy. So 62 minutes and 45 seconds on the clock. That might have been accidental offside. But Sim takes the next carry over the 20. Atkin wants a quick play of the ball. And they get a penalty. So 63 minutes on the clock. Cass will be inside Leeds territory. Don't have it, mate. Still don't get the Leeds penalty earlier that O'Connor ran into the squares, and that's a penalty. I'm not sure. I'm not too sure. You can get iPlayer just on like browser. You just Google it. Okoro with a carry over the 30. And the ball comes loose. Leeds now in possession. Newman over on the right. Skips back towards the middle. Still moving. And is eventually brought down. And Marcus not allowed to tackle. I can only partially remember which bit you're talking about. But I'm not sure if it was... I'm not sure. I'd have to see it again. But Aletsky is slammed onto the ground. On the 30. Now with Watkins up to the 20. Third tackle. Right to Croft. Cuts back towards the middle. Steps again. Now spins. Look for an offload. Just brought down between the sticks. O'Connor in centre field. About 12 or 13 metres out. Left to Smith. Then to Connor. Across to Handley. Wrapped up by Sini. Stopped a few metres short of the line. Over on the left. Last tackle. Lum. On his right to Jake Connor. Kicks towards the sticks. There's a contest and it's won by Lewis Senior. So Cass now in possession on their own 10 with Assey. Sim with the next carry, making a metre or two on that play. We've got 15 minutes to go. 11-point advantage for Leeds. Don't know if Cass will bring this one back, but we need something soon, I think. Just to make this one interesting. And they're just over their own 20, and it's already the last tackle. So, Cass not making much ground on that set. There's a kick from the belly of the ball from Tex Hoy. Taken on the full by Miller. Already up to the 30, now the 40. And shrugs off one, brought down by Mustafa and Singleton. And a Okoro has come off for Singleton. Lum up to halfway. Now Aledski. Just up towards the 40. Yeah, even on a much shorter pitch, they're still behind their own 20, which is not a good sign. Croft bumps off Assey. He's got a bit of room to run. Oh, just brought down the 20. Good tackle there from Assey this time round. McDonald, now with Miller in centre field. Then across to Connor. Hands it off to Hanley. Sim trying to get a strip in there, but he's going to play this on the 10. Last tackle for Leeds. Lum, Jake Connor is going to kick towards the post again. We have a contest. Batted backwards. Leeds still in possession. Cam Smith offloads it. McDonald, then to Newman. I think Leeds have wrapped this one up now. It's given. Yeah, that's. I think that's all done now. If you're getting pinned back in your own 20 after a full set and you're on a shorter pitch, that's not a good sign, is it? So it is 21-6 with a kick to come. I've just given it. I think the efforts from Cass have been decent in this game. Like, they've put in a good shift, but I think just been outclassed by a clearly better side, which is completely fine. To be fair, on a shorter pitch, normally the 20s are normal. But the problem is the 20 on the cast pitch is actually 20 metres. So they have literally only made 20 metres in an entire set. So it's not a good sign. 12 minutes to go. Short end is between the 30 and 40. 40 and a half. Yeah, and I know that, but you know, they should be higher up the field than 20 metres. The kick from Connor is good. I'm going to try and get the stream highlights uploaded tonight, if I can. I'm going to try to. It is Cass, yes, but it's still bad. We're back underway. Maybe a short kickoff would have been better, but no. So Watkins with the first carry up towards the 10. Just over 11 minutes to go. Gannon with the next carry over the 20. So it's a 17-point lead for the Rhinos. Is there anything that Cass can do? There's not really much time. 3 tries and 3 kicks to take the lead. I'd say 11 minutes is just about enough time for 3 tries, 3 kicks. At an absolute push, but if they're going to do it, it needs to be now. So it's Cam Smith, left to Connor. Pops it up for Gannon. Now inside Cass territory on the last tackle. O'Connor on his right to Jake Connor. Then looks to go left. Now with Miller, he's going to kick on the last instead. Hoy's underneath it, takes it cleanly just in front of his own 10. Still just in front of their own 10. Milnes. Of course, as well, completely forgot, Amon, I didn't hear it, but he must have failed his HIA, so that's not going to help, is it? Assey, then Lewis Sr. over the 30. Ladies and gentle folks, we have 10 minutes to go. It's now with Assey. Out the back to Milnes. He's under pressure from Jake Connor, but he offloads it to Tex Hoy. He's now shifting up towards the 40. And it's going to be the last tackle for Cass. Atkin, out the back to Assey. Hits the belly of the ball. Plenty of height on this one. Could be swirling. Milnes takes it cleanly. Already over his own 20 and the 30. Why is Bloody high usage on this page. Bloody hell. It is. Well, we'll have to see if we actually do anything with it. Sod's law, we don't pin him back once. There's a line break here. Aledzki. And it's intercepted by Tex Hoy. How's he done that then? I mean, it was looking like it was going forward, so that helped. Morning, Samarito. Good to see you, mate. Good to see you. One of the latest members of the channel. Panthers are nothing without Yohan Cleary. Unfortunately, yes. Singleton in centre field. Then across to Milnes. 40 metres out. Now 30. Hoy over the top to Sim. He's going to kick the ball towards the sticks. Or straight into the hands of Lockie Miller. 8 minutes to go. Richard comes back in with another pound. Thank you very much. Thank you very much indeed. When's the KL Warrington reaction? Well, it's not coming because I was at the game, Alex. So it would be impossible, to be honest. So we have 7.5 minutes to go. Lasone bumps off Mustafa on the halfway line. Leeds have Wakefield and Warrington coming up next in Super League. Didn't see the rest of them. Left to Connor, then to Handley. Wrapped up by Sim. Is this another... It's another try. Do you know what? I'm probably going to have to re-commentate over that one again. Because that was just shocking. I was looking away. Right, here we go. The actor is back again. They'll never know. They'll never know. So it's with Jake Connor. Hits the ball from the 30. Plenty of height on this one towards the sticks. There's a contest. Batted backwards by, I think that's Miller. Lasone is in. That's 27. Probably going to be 29. Yep. There was half a chance for Cass, but that's... I think that's done now. And scene. Wait, Lasone Samoan? Unless he was injured last year, why was he not in the Samoa squad? Did Samoa pick anyone from Super League last year? I don't know if they did. Yeah, Samarito, which game are you talking about? Because Alex is talking about Hull KR versus Warrington, which was last night. In the UK. But which game are you talking about? So that is 29-6 for Leeds. I had it in my head that you were from Australia. Tim Laffey. I know Laffey played during the World Cup. I'm trying to think with the series last year. No, but even like when you first joined Samarito, I was sure that you were from Australia. Because I think you came in talking about some of the NRL games, but it sounded like... I don't know. You fooled me, mate. You fooled me. I was in the East Stand anyway. But yeah, Laffey... I don't remember if he actually played in the England-Samoa series last year. Liatelli? Maybe. Oh, maybe. Maybe. Yeah. Might be right. So just under 5 minutes to go. Left to Connor. Then to Miller. Dinks the ball through. Another mistake, maybe? No. Hoy wraps this one up. Brought down on the 10. So you're the only Aussie? You might be. Unless Flo Lacey stops by, or unless there are some Aussies here that are hidden, that want to reveal themselves. But you might be, Trent. Asiata. Did Asiata play? I don't know if he did. I'll have to look at the squads. So Cass in possession on their own 20. I'm going to look for these squads now. Cass up to the 30. And there's a long kick taken on the full by Lum. Okay, this game's nearly done. I'm going to go through the team list. They had Tuivasa-Sheck, Skelton, Tango, Pauga, Mariner, Milford, Luai, Molo, Tavanga, May, Blore, Nanai. Oh, yeah, Asiata at 13. Talangi, Leilua, Varlepu, Chankumtong, Palacia. But he wasn't at Leeds yet. And then game 2. Clock is stopped anyway, so that's alright. Same back line. Sasagi. Yeah, so Asiata. Asiata played in the one. Just the first one. But Palacia joined Leeds this year? It wasn't last year, was it? It was this year. Maybe. But Palacia was there too, anyway. But how Lasone wasn't there, I don't know, unless he was injured. So there is going to be a Captain's Challenge with a few minutes to go. Fair enough, fair enough. Yeah, it was this year. I was getting a bit confused, but yeah, it was this year. Captain's Challenge, I'm not sure what it is the challenging exactly, but I think that's Jenkins in possession. What are we checking it? Oh, incorrect play the ball most likely. Do you know what? Fair enough to rush, because he's having to do the on-field duties and video ref duties. He could have easily just affirmed his own decision. So fair play. Went to KL Warrington as a neutral, just sat at the top of the north stand, where there's no one. Yeah, unfortunately the north stand gets a bit empty sometimes. Who do you support, Samarito? Who do you actually support? 2 minutes left on the clock. We've got an issue with Mustafa here. Oof. Jesus Christ. That's a big hit. Is Lasoni going to get penalised for anything here, or for like a shoulder or leading up? I don't know. We'll see. I'll let them decide that. Always supported Saints because my dad is golf friends with Eamon, but haven't gone to that many games, to be honest. All right. Friends in high places. So we've taken San Marino away from Trent as the Aussie. We've landed him on the doorstep of Kieran as a fellow Saints fan. Last game I went was Players Lounge tickets against Broncos last season. I think first game. Oh, right, okay. Well, that was like a 36-0 if I remember correctly. A minute 40 to go. In centre field with Jake Connor. Then across to Croft. Switches back to Miller. Loops it over to the left-hand side with Jenkins, I think that is. Switches back to Watkins, trying to crash over, stopped a few metres short of the line. Left of the sticks, fourth tackle. O'Connor is going to go himself. Steps left. Aletsky, I need to yawn. Please don't score now because I need to yawn. Cam Smith, wrapped up by Assey. O'Connor, right of the sticks. Plays it just over the 10. Centre field with Croft. Darts back towards the right. He's going to go himself maybe. Offloads it to O'Connor. He's wrapped up. Gets an offload. Newman cuts back towards the middle. Loops it over towards the left-hand side. Jake Connor under pressure. He's darting. Can he get the ball off? Yes, he can. Brodie Croft. Steps. Can he get the ball off himself? Yes, he can. Still shifting. O'Connor dinks the ball towards the right. Played at by Horn. And is going to go into touch. Too formal for me. I rocked up with my dad and mum. We picked up a letter from reception and I walked up in a grey tracksuit. Well, that's going to be full time. 29-6. I think Leeds were clearly the better side. Cass were quite easy to pin back, unfortunately, as they typically have been this year. But Leeds did what they needed to. Decent enough in possession. Toulouse versus Barrow on YouTube in half an hour. I might give that a watch for a bit. We'll see. Cass could have come back. They had half a chance early in the second half. But just before we're done with the stream, I want to say thank you very much for the donations in this one. So we had $19.99 from Sam. We had Richard donated one. I think Richard did £3 in total. The chat's not showing me above a certain point. But yeah, I think Richard did about £3. Did Kieran donate? I think Kieran might have done. And then a $19.99 from Sam. Are you doing a Wigan watch along? I'm not. I kind of wanted the rest of my Saturday free, so I chose not to do it. I might watch it, but it's just, I don't know. I wanted the rest of my day free. But yeah, that's going to be full time. So thank you very much for the donations. And thank you to those that are trying to become new members. It is greatly appreciated. If you'd like to become a member, you can either click the join button that's below this live stream or click the link that's pinned in the live stream chat. I'm going to be saying goodbyes on way to grandparents for Wigan game. All right, Kieran, have fun. Enjoy. And folks, thank you very much for stopping by once again. It means a lot. I do want to make that very clear that time is very valuable to me. And the fact that people are willing to give their time, which we don't get much of in this life, willing to give their time to stop here, to spend it with me for a couple hours, a few times a week, is appreciated more than you'll actually know. So, thank you very much for that. So, thank you very much. Don't die soon. I'm trying. I'll do my best. But yeah, thanks again for stopping by. Thank you very much for the donations from Sam, Richard, and I think Kieran. I think. If I missed someone, I do apologise. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I will... Tracy comes back in. Here's a trumpet. One of the latest members comes back in. Thank you very much, Tracy. It is greatly appreciated. What a lovely group of people. What a lovely, lovely group of people. Okay. Right then. Thank you, Sam, Tracy, Richard, and possibly Kieran. I still can't remember. But, yeah. Hope you have a fantastic rest of your weekend. I will not be streaming the game later or tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow if I suddenly feel like it on a whim. Maybe. But yeah, stream highlights for this will be up on TikTok either tonight or tomorrow. Link for the TikTok is in the description. Or search Kinetic Rugby League on TikTok. But yeah, thank you very much for stopping by, and I will see you next time.